What is up, everybody? I am exactly 1 week away from my big trip. The Jeep mechanically is ready to go. There's just a few last minute prep items I need to check off the list. I'm going to start off with some lighting and wiring. I'm going to be sleeping in the back of the Jeep for the majority of the trip, if not all of it. So I'm going to work on a sleeping platform and some insulation for the back. Another cool thing, this company Auxbeam reached out to me and they asked if I'd be interested in putting some of their lights and a switch panel on my Jeep, which actually is perfect because I really needed a switch panel for all of the stuff that's already on the Jeep. And then they also sent me 4 of these pod lights, which are really awesome. So let's take a look at these real quick. I have already opened this box, so it comes with a little cover here. So these are the lights, and so it's got like running lights here, and then more of an off-road high beam. And they're in the amber. Will be great for driving in the snow as well. I think I am gonna put them like right here. Move over to the switch panel here, and I'll show you kind of how I plan to work everything into it. So they have different shapes and sizes for these. I asked for this one just because I think that's going to fit where I want to put it the best. The coolest part about this switch panel is that it's got a built-in relay. So for example, these pod lights, they come with a full wiring harness where you don't need a switch panel if you don't want. So it comes with like relays. Another example of how this will be very helpful for me. So my light bar up here, I've had that since last year and it's all wired in. But I've just been using the janky little switch that came with it, this right here. Which is fine, but it's just been dangling like that forever. I've just been putting up with it, and I always wanted to get a switch panel or something just to make it cleaner, and haven't taken the time to. This is the wire I have to it, so follow that over here. I believe it's to this relay. So I will be able to completely get rid of the relay, the fuse, everything, and just go straight power to my switch panel. So looking in my engine bay, I'm realizing that I don't have a whole lot of space, at least for the shape that I'm looking for here. So I thought maybe I could get away with mounting it up here, but this part of the hood kind of makes contact with it as it closes. Ideally, it'd be great to just sneak it in here right next to the fuse box and the battery, but that's not going to work either. So I think going over here, so we got the ECU. I think I might be able to get it mounted right here, and I think that's going to be the only space that I have room for right now. Going into our box, I think I'm going to wire it, or at least run the wires before I mount it. Okay, this is my light bar. That can go winch, and this will be wish I would have gotten a little bit more cable here. That is not going to get me as far as I need to go, and it's just shy by like a foot. So I'm going to wire it loose. We're going to have to make a pit stop later to get some different cable for that. Next thing we're going to be doing is running this wire for the switch panel itself to communicate with the box. And then the accessory, I'm going to run wire through the firewall and into the cab. I already have a little hole here from the switch that was on the light bar. I already took that off, so I'm gonna try to feed it just right through there. I tried. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get this fat end through my firewall, through the grommet, and I don't feel like drilling another hole, because then I gotta makeshift some rubber to fit in there. So I had to cut this, and that should fit through my firewall. Yeah, that was not making it with that connector on there. So now we'll just have to, what the heck? It's a 4-pin cable, so just need to connect all 4 of those wires back up and it should be good as new. I found an empty fuse with accessory power, tested with the voltmeter, got 12 volts with the key on. So this is the yellow wire I ran out to the hood. That's going to go to the control box itself. So I just have to connect it there. And that should be the last of the wiring that I need to do for the control panel itself, besides getting that longer power cable. Just kind of doing a mock-up fitting here just to make sure it works. So everything is routed. So theoretically, if I put the key in, it should start up. All right, that is a good sign. Cool. So for now, I think that means we can move on to setting up the other lights. This bumper here, I got on Amazon a couple years ago, and it's fine for what it is. It came with these floodlights, and I just installed them right now. They just need to be wired in. Oh, just so easy. Got 2 on. Got all 4 of these mounted. Now, what I'm going to do is take my modified wiring harness and wire them up. just to test that these work. Okay, we'll go positive, negative. Yeah, baby. Last thing I'm gonna do tonight is throw these stickers on here. So, let's see. We've got number 1, fog. Light bar. We'll do amber for 4. And I'll do bumper. Here's the fog lights. Light bar. All right, here's the running lights. Full on amber. Woo-wee. Both. Drove out to a nice little dirt road to test out the new lights. So kind of just waiting for the sun to go down right now, but I will show you where I mounted the switch panel. I just used double-sided tape and put it next to the shifter. It's great, it's in hand's reach. So far I'm liking it. Sun has gone down, so kind of where we're posted up here. Should hit record on this. We're just gonna flip on some lights. Alright, there is bumper. So interesting, the difference in the light bar versus the pods. So the light bar definitely has like a wider, softer spread, where the pods are very focused in the center. So I think together they can be pretty useful. The last thing there is to do is just give it a little test drive, take it for a spin. closes. All right, excuse the mess. We're simultaneously cleaning out the Jeep as we do this, but picked up some Reflectix insulation. So I'm gonna go install it on these back windows here. I think what I'm gonna do is take this paper, kind of make a little template, tape them together, stencil it out, and then go inside and cut them because it's snowing out here. This is my very crude outline here. I think it'll be enough to get the job done. Should be able to just make one stencil here and then just mirror it. Stuff like make one stencil, make 2 cuts, and then just reverse the other one and it can go on that side. Makes sense to me. We got the insulation cut out. It's not perfect in the slightest, but it holds. Got the rest of them here, and you'll see them up in the next video, I guess. Really, all there's left to do now is get this thing packed up. Got a gas tank, like a little spare tank. I gotta mount up here on the rack, and then we hit the road. So stay tuned for the actual trip in the next video.